This is Mondays with Mark, the VegasTourist.com podcast, episode number 255. The NFL gets to meet Las Vegas. And now we hear from Carl Safe Sacks Ferris. There we go. I am Mark Anthony. I am the Vegas Tourist, and I want to welcome you back to this podcast. I know it's been a long time since I did a podcast, and I keep promising you that I'm going to do more. I've got to open up with a second apology. Some of you got a earlier edition that actually was posted on Monday. I did this on Monday, and I had opened it up with a diatribe about the fact that NASCAR wasn't planning right, and so because of the rain in Daytona, the famous Haulers Parade, which was supposed to happen this coming Thursday, is going to be canceled because they can't get the vehicles here fast enough, blah, 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 blah. And so I opened the podcast with that. When I hit the go to publish button, that's when the news came up about the crash, and I didn't feel right about that. So I pulled the podcast back and said, screw it, I'm going to start or do another one, and that's this. So some of you got an earlier release, and as you probably have already figured out, you hit the play button and there's nothing there. This one will replace that one, okay? Yes, so sorry about that one. And since I was going to redo the beginning, I said, screw it, I'm just going to redo the whole frickin' podcast, all right? And as you can tell, I'm alone today. There are no interviews. I don't have any guests, although I do have some that are we're still trying to coordinate schedules here. So this has been a really weird start of the new year for Vegas tourism, and it's just been weird, okay, with everything going on, and it's just, so those of us in the tour business, we've been trying to figure out how to deal with the irregularities of the tourism industry here in Las Vegas. All right, let's just go with that. I was also going to talk about the MGM deal. Jim Meirin, the CEO of MGM, is resigning. Yes, but I am just having way too much fun with that because I called that almost 2 years ago that he would never, that Jim Meirin, CEO of the MGM, because he screwed the company up so bad. This is the guy who brought us the resort fees and the parking fees, and literally has been a one-man death threat to Las Vegas. He has finally agreed to step down before his contract ends. So to replace him, MGM is probably going to be stopping at any nearby 7-Eleven near you, trying to find somebody there that could run MGM a whole lot better than Jim Meirin has. It's just so. But that's a podcast all by itself, and I really want to do that with other people who are in the know of it all because of all of the implications with Eldorado buying Caesars and selling off some of their assets. This is just going to change the whole dynamics of Las Vegas. And I believe it's going to change in the better for the tourist, getting somebody else in to head up MGM to take it into the new decade, because Meirin has just screwed it up so bad. He screwed up the whole city so bad. But different show, different topic. I wanted to dedicate today to the NFL, the National Football League, and their decision to let Las Vegas host the 2020 college draft. Now, for those of you that don't know, this is where college kids who were brought up through the high schools to play college or to play football and just kind of ride on scholarships, this is where the cream of the crop will be paraded out in front of the public, and then the teams will choose which ones they want for their teams, okay? And then they'll do the whole dog and pony show for that as well, all right? Yeah, you can tell I'm not a fan of the NFL. Okay. In the background, there's a larger implication here. There's a larger importance to Las Vegas going on here. And I keep seeing the fact that the NFL is not taking notes from the NHL, the National Hockey League. The NFL is just a bunch of brutes who, as a corporation, they come into a major city and go, you will give us this, you'll do this, or you won't get a team. For 20 years, they told us they would never give Vegas a professional football team. There's no way Las Vegas could ever do this, okay? Then we get a national hockey team, and this hockey team is making so much money that the NFL just went, oh, wait. You got to have us there. You have to have us there. And they came in and they bullied and they strong-armed, and the city rolled over on its back and said, what do you want us to do? How do you want to, okay. But that's where it stopped. That's where the whole, okay, all right. So this is the first time that the NHL has got to work with Las Vegas and Clark County. The city of Las Vegas is in Clark County. The Strip is actually in Clark County. It's not part of the city of Vegas, but anyway, all right. And setting up for the draft, the NFL took that strong arm approach as we God you peasant, and the Clark County board went, we Vegas, you need us more than we need you. Okay, let's get this straight here, boy. You think you're the mobsters. We are the mobsters. Modern day Vegas was created by the real mobsters. You guys are just wanting to play mobsters. And other cities have gone along with your strong arm tactics. Vegas? Nope. So I see this as a showdown with the NFL. The college draft is going to happen Thursday, April 23rd, Friday the 24th, and Saturday the 25th. Now, a couple weeks before that, they're going to start to shut down the Strip to set things up, or going to shut down various lanes of traffic in front of the Bellagio and in front of Caesars and the Flamingo. The interesting thing is 2020 is the year that Clark County said, hey, we're going to start a 5-year project of rebuilding the Strip, which is going to create a boondoggle anyway. And then you have the end of April, which is pool season. Yeah, okay. A already busy time of the year is just going to get more chaotic. And this is where the NFL is really going to have to sit on their hands and let the adults run the show. And if the NFL can do that, they're going to have a very, very successful and friendly relationship with the tourism community in Las Vegas. If they continue to beat their chests and take their testosterone shots, we have a really long and cold future with the NFL. This is going to play into a lot of things, all right? Now, as far as the draft itself goes, they're going to shut down from on Las Vegas Boulevard from the Flamingo, Caesars Palace, all the way down to where the road coming out of the Bellagio and the road coming out of Paris meet. That's all going to be blocked off for those 3 days, actually a day before and a day after as well. And we've never done that for people, okay, especially in this time of a season, okay. Again, we come back to we don't need the NFL. And the board has kind of signaled that to the NFL. They haven't been forcefully with it, but they've indicated really heavily, step back and let us run the show, okay? One of the examples is on Flamingo Boulevard by Bally's, they want to put this arch over the road. Well, that's a major intersection right there. And so they told Clark County that they want to shut down that road for 4 days to build this arch. And on Clark County, no. You got 48 hours. And the NFL went, no, we know what we're doing. It is going to take us 4 days to build this. Dude, for conventions, we build complete office buildings and houses at the convention center in less than 48 hours. And then the contractors got in and went, 48? Pfft, we can build 2 of those in 48 hours. Give us 36 hours. And you had this competition between contractors on how fast they could build this, and the NFL just got pushed aside. And the NFL did not like that. They did not like the fact that they're being told what to do. We're the NFL. You're supposed to cower to us. Well, welcome to Vegas. Remember, our former mayor, Oscar B. Goodman, the guy who confronted you guys, remember what he said? We have a whole lot of desert out there ready to bury some more bodies in if you're not careful. Yeah, all right. Step back and let the adults run the show and just cash the checks, okay? That's what the NHL did. The NFL should do the exact same thing. All right. Anyway, so for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, this whole area is going to be blocked off, closed off, all right? The introduction of the college recruits, they're going to bring them out to and into the Bellagio Fountains. They're going to set a stage up out there. See, Vegas, we know how to do this stuff. Okay, this is what we do. This is our specialty. And that's where the red carpet is. That's where they're going to be introduced. And then they're going to take them down Flamingo Boulevard, take them under that arch, and then to Caesars Forum Convention Center. That's that brand new area behind the Link. Used to be a huge parking lot there. It is now a convention center and area outside. Right? So in that area is going to be a whole bunch of games and performances and other interactive football stuff for the fans. It's all free. Also be in Vegas. Vegas entertainers are going to be there doing their shtick there as well, which is really cool. And then inside the convention center is actually where the draft is going to be held. And then once the team picks a player and all that, then they're going to parade them out outside in front of the fans. Wee, woo, wow, okay. And then they march them back in, all right? That's what's going to happen for 3 days. They're expecting 500,000 to 700,000 people here. Now, we're already going to have probably 200,000 here because this is pool season, the opening of pool season. College breaks, spring break, all that stuff is happening right there. So we're already busy. I go back to the fact that we don't need the NFL here. The NFL needs us, okay? And hopefully the county can stand that line, can stand the ground on this one, and let the NFL know they are not in charge here. This is not Bodunk, Iowa, all right? Kind of like what we told the NHL. You're competing against Celine Dion, a couple of white tigers, and some magicians. You're not that important, all right? We've been needing a 60,000 seat dome stadium for a long time. We just do not need a NFL team here. In a nutshell, that's the draft. But I'm looking at the backside of it, what this means going forward with the NFL and, of course, the Raiders coming here. Which brings us to my final topic about the fact that the NFL really doesn't know what to make of Las Vegas. A lot of you are screaming Super Bowl. No. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. Hosting a Super Bowl in Las Vegas makes absolutely no financial sense whatsoever. Think about it. You have to have a security barrier around the city. Space, the whole works, okay? According to what we learned from Minneapolis and Atlanta, you have a 30-mile security zone aviation-wise. We have a military base right outside here, and then we've got 2 secret military bases just across the mountains here, all right? You're going to put the security barrier around there and only permitted aircraft to come and go? I don't think that's going to work. All right. Then as the game gets closer, that security barrier gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Then finally you have a 1 mile barrier basically both air and ground. Okay. Now, from what we've learned from Minneapolis and Atlanta, the NFL demands all revenue from NFL products sold in that barrier, mostly the tax money, goes back to the NFL. What the state doesn't give back to them as far as tax money goes, the booster committee has to come up with and reimburse the NFL. Plus, the NFL requires 1,000 hotel rooms, and not only 1,000 hotel rooms, but expense-free. Whoever is in those rooms, the mini bar, everything is free for a week. I don't see MGM signing over 1,000 rooms to the NFL, and I certainly don't see the NFL, I certainly don't see MGM handing them money on merchandise sold in their casinos. They already take a 50-cent bottle of beer and charge you $15 for it. I don't see them taking that and going, oh, here. Where on any normal Super Bowl Sunday, we have 300,000 people here anyway, and they get to keep 100% of all of the sales. I just do not see MGM, Caesars, or any of the other ones going, okay, if we have to turn over all of our sales to you, we will do that. Okay, not a problem, all right? And then if you take that mile barrier, even a half-mile barrier, you're talking up to Planet Hollywood, all of Mandalay Bay, and half of the airport. Remember the last president we had came here with Air Force One and shut down half the airport for 8 days. You realize how many businesses either went bankrupt, had to close their doors, or they just absorbed a huge amount of loss for that. I don't think they're going to want to do it again. Especially when you have all these people here that they could be doing business with and making money from. They're not going to go, well, okay, you know, on a normal Super Bowl Sunday, we're really busy and all that. We'll shut our doors down, and and whatever money we make, we will give to you. I don't see that happening. I just go back to the whole thing. Why would you want to go backwards to go forward? Why would you want to pay somebody to bring you a game here that you already make a shitload of money from normally? Why would you want to go, okay, I'm going to take a loss on this weekend because it's going to help me next week? It's not going to help long-term Vegas. It's just, the whole security thing, the perimeters, the lost business. I just don't see where we as a city gain anything from hosting a Super Bowl. Oh, the prestige of hosting a Super Bowl. This is Las Vegas. Okay, you go into the depths of Africa and people know Caesar's Palace and Las Vegas. They don't know Super Bowl. It's just coming from the tourism side of things and the business side of things, I just do not see any good things coming out of Las Vegas hosting a Super Bowl. We don't need it. We don't need the hassle. We don't need the loss of income or business during that week. So I come back to the draft, and this is really going to make it or break it for the relationship we have with the NFL. If they let us, the adults, run the show, it's going to be a great beginning to a great relationship. If they keep beating their chests, demanding that they know what they're doing when they don't, it's going to be a really difficult relationship for the next 30 years. That is my opinion. That is my thought. If you disagree with me, and be polite about this, I would really love to hear your thoughts on that. Okay? Show notes, website, podcast. All right. This is, okay. There is going to be a video attachment to this, or a video version of this. Look for that. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Mark Anthony, Mondays with Mark, thevegastourist.com podcast, and I'll see you all next time.